What is currently happening, programs? Today I'm going to cover off the best Oculus hand tracking games that you can play. There are some new top-notch titles that range everywhere from delightful dioramas all the way through to more serious forms of wizardry, and most of them are free. Hand tracking is here, it works, and if you want to know how to get your hands dirty, then stay locked, enjoy, and I hope it helps. In at number 5, we have Curious Tale of the Stolen Pets from Fast Travel Games. Use your hands to help your grandfather solve the mystery of the stolen pets in this casual adventure puzzle game. Be guided by the narrative and embrace wonderful miniature worlds where wholesome is the theme and interactivity is the enabler. Go from a bedroom of memories and revisit everywhere from the summer house to that winter vacation. Solve simple and elegant puzzles full of interactive, colourful life. Find the stolen pets and push them on a swing. They could be in the bushes, they could be in a chest, they could be hiding in a cup of tea or the liquid that you won't expect. They're in the things that bring the world to life, beneath the clouds you'll test, and I know where they hide in sight, but I'm not telling you where, you'll have to guess. Look, it's a little bit on the easy side, but sometimes that will be just the ticket. The hand tracking works, and if you feel like something on the lighter side of the spectrum, there's a few hours of content on offer across multiple worlds, and it's also on Steam if you don't have an Oculus Quest. I can wholeheartedly say that the Curious Tale of the Stolen Pets is worth the price of entry to these vignettes. In at number 4, we have Hand Physics Lab from Holonautic, a hand and physics VR playground that's equal parts interesting as it is quirky, fun, and interactive. Click things, stab things, build things, paint things, dip things, flick things, trick things, and strugglings. Hand Physics Lab has some options. Keep yourself busy using your hands and get a feel for what it's like to see where it all starts and understand where this is all going. Despite the slight latency and occasional tracking blips, I had a ton of fun in this one and enjoyed trialing all the different types of options on offer. And where not every game suits a lot of options, this definitely does, and I'm all for it. Hand Physics Lab is a free download on itch.io, or you can donate to the devs for their time. And all you have to do is load it up using SideQuest and follow the instructions there to enable hand tracking on your Oculus Quest. All the links are in the description below if you'd like to reach out and do some handiwork. At number 3 is The Line from Arvor Immersive Experiences, who you may know from the exceptional Pixel Rip 1989 and Pixel Rip 1995, which you can see more of in this video here. This is a 15-minute interactive story about love and fear of change set within a scale model of 1940s Sao Paulo, Brazil. Use your hands for natural interaction and enjoy the best VR experience as voted at the 76th Venice International Film Festival last year. The experience has a cute, innocent standard that sets itself around you and plays out in a way that you'd almost expect to be predictable, and yet somehow you just don't know where it's going to ride onto next. The art style, narrative, platform placement, and characters all make a simple, solid foundation for quality that we've come to expect from the studio, and I adored it. The Line is beautiful, authentic, absolutely worth a buy, and you can get it in a bundle with Glooming Eyes, which is also in this list. Guide wooden people with the best arms and legs through their tale of love and the repercussions of hesitation in a lovingly refined stage presented to you in virtual reality. In at number 2 is Elixir, a free hand tracking demo from Magnopus and Facebook Reality Labs. The lead sorceress is seeking an apprentice, and you are the perfect candidate, for the job, provided you are perfectly terrible at everything, and have an inkling to do everything you shouldn't do to maintain a lab full of arcane instruments and delicate mechanicals. Teleport around the stone tiles in a uniquely magic way in this room-scale experience that dips you fingers first into the netherworld. Interact with the elements, take control, experiment with the room, and chase some rogue flying eyeballs around until, oh my god, I've got octopus hands. I absolutely loved Elixir and found it to be for the Oculus Quest hand tracking what Henry was for the Oculus Rift. A perfect showcase of how good hand tracking can be, even in its early stages, and on a more processor limited system like the Oculus Quest. It sounds great, plays smooth, and has what is hands down the best hand tracking feeling I've ever had. Wolverine Dragon Claws that work and feel just like Wolverine Dragon Claws. Elixir is free to download and play from the Oculus Quest store, and though it's only around 10 minutes long, it's cute, crashy, and there's a job description in the link in the description below if you want to get certified in the quantum manipulation of elemental magics as they relate to the Oculus Quest. And in at number 1 is Waltz of the Wizard Extended Edition from Eldon Dynamics. The original VR title was released in 2016 and is still to this day one of the highest rated Steam VR games, and now it has hand tracking. Unleash creative or destructive wizardry upon a fully interactive virtual world and follow the visual clues to wherever your hands can take you. Combine arcane ingredients with the help of an ancient spirit trapped in a human skull, and be the giant to experience the room at large. Then walk on over and kick this knight's ass. Statue is quite large. Never mind. Look into the orbs and play their tune on a gateway xylophone that tears open a rift and sets you down in new worlds, each with their own riddles, ancient guardians, and mysterious story to tell. The hand tracking isn't quite as smooth as the Elixir demo I just covered, and it's not quite as polished, but it's close to it, and really takes things a step further in terms of scale and story scattered through the rifts. I really like this game, and it had a lot of spontaneous surprises and quirky quirks that brought it all to life. Howls, spells, all the bells and whistles, Waltz of the Wizard lets you feel the magic, and all the links are in the description below, including the free PC VR game on Steam if you want to cast a gaze down that way. As a bonus, I've got Gloomy Eyes from 3DAR, Atlas VR, and published by Art France. Embrace the love story between a human girl and a zombie boy whose star-crossed love might just be the last seed of hope in silencing the darkness in this Tim Burton-esque tale built in diorama. You only use your hands in the menus, which is a bit misleading to be honest, but it's worth a mention as it's worth checking out, and it does technically feature hand tracking. And T for God. Despite the sketchy at best smoothness of the game, it makes use of your room space in an exceptionally unique way where you set your play space and then the world you are moving around in shifts to give you the perception that you have an essentially infinite play space. Cool to see and free on side quests, so worth at least taking a look at. Whatever you decide to get your hands on, all the links are in the description below, and you can stay locked here for more Quest hand tracking video content. And that's it for this video. You can help support this channel by grabbing exclusive rewards on Patreon, and if you like this video then crush that like button, have your say in the comments below, and hit the XO logo to subscribe if you wanna. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!